Hi YouTube, this is Altair again. Today I'm going to explain how Elsword works. Since there's like a lot of people who use this on Steam that don't really understand like how the skills work and stuff like that. So at the end, like people like getting to stop people from getting banned on this game, I'm just going to show you how like the skills work. Basically, the skills are at the very bottom of the screen, but depending on how much magic power you have, or in other RPG games that known as MP, I believe it's called. But there are some characters that can gain MP extra fast. And there are some characters that, like Ad here, that use a different skill set. I'm going to show you one of them right now. His Awakening mode gives him a special skill set that that our characters don't get, making his attacks a lot stronger. And the longer the more times he enters Awakened set, he'll get a little thing next to his picture that's called Dynamo Configuration Point. Well, there's Purple Gauge, DP Sensor, Dynamo Points, but yeah. Each character has a bunch of different skills, but I think Ad is more if you're a beginner, since he's kind of like very fast when it comes to attacking. And next I'm going to show you how the pets work in this game too. The pets, when they're in their baby form, their attacks aren't very strong, but they can be helpful. And this is what is called a combo, where you mix certain things. Some combos are easy to pull off, and then others are a pain. And to make things simpler, I can also show you where his action tree, which is right here. You can do attacks in midair while dashing, doing a dash jump, and his special when he's in configuration mode. Let me show you one of them right now. Let's see. I'm going to show you when I get to the enemies. Next, I can show you how the mounts work, since I got a couple for free on in this game. It's a shame it's only good for like 24 hours, but still. Basically, some of his skills are the same, but then just using different skills at one time can be helpful. I thought I'd just do this since like a lot of people I met on this game have been getting banned because like a lot of the people who play this on Steam don't get how the game is played. Next, I'm going to show you one of my favorite skills. That's known as a spell. When you use skills at the bottom of the screen, your MP goes down a little. But I know some people that have been hacking for certain skills that take up like 200 points and getting it refilled every couple of minutes. And people, that is not cool. You can't just like go around and then do crap like that and expect people to treat you well. And also, there are some items you need to upgrade or get a more advanced equipment. You get them from certain people in the game that you fight, or certain enemies. If you want to, I can talk about that all day, but like I rather have like people online who actually play this game a lot more to explain this better than I can, since I'm still kind of a noob, even though I played the game for like a while. There are certain actions your character will do if you type in LOL or stuff like that. Your character might burst out laughing like a maniac. And the one thing I like about Ed is his double jump skill. Well, technically it's like a platform he creates with his little devices. There's another thing I should probably show you. It's called feeding your pet. Like right now you can feed them stuff like this or stuff like this. For example, the higher the item, the more he gets fed. When the bar is over 80, he'll be stuffed and won't want to eat anymore. But depending on how attached the pet is to its master or its owner, it sets off some other stuff. Now I should probably show you some of the dash skills. Yeah, I should probably get rid of these things first. These transporters are kind of irritating if you don't get rid of the places first. And what I just showed you is the dash and then the X button. And I should probably explain titles after I'm done with this mission, because titles do some very good stuff as well. For example, when you use certain, well, let's just say that titles, they do special things for your character, like increase attack power, to increase your HP, increase your skill power. If you people are confused, you can probably ask your friends who've been playing the game longer than I have, because I've been playing this game for close to a year. And I only play, like, did the player versus player matches probably about 10, maybe 20 times. But then again, not really comes to this victory since my computer used to lag a lot because I had like a very bad internet connection. But at least I'm honest about that. There's always enemies that freaking block you. Now, time for me to show you what the mounts do that is pretty helpful. The mounts are pretty decent allies as well. They're like pets, but you get to ride them, and they do all kinds of stuff. Like they give you like better defense and attack power. It's called stuff like this are called buffs, meaning that they that's like a special type of thing that happens. Like you get like increased. Well, it's hard for you to get knocked down with a mount, but at the same time you also get something called increase attack and defense, which is helpful when you're fighting like certain enemies that are a pain in the butt. I bet you guys are going to be asking what to mean by enemies that are a pain in the butt. Aren't all enemies supposed to be that way? Okay, after I beat this guy, I'm going to show you. Let's see. Here's like some of my tools I have. With this, you get increased attack and you get an extra attack and magic attack power and an increased health. This one just gives you extra attack and defense, and this one, if you're dealing with bats, you get a 40% chance that you're going to dodge them, which is pretty decent, but I don't really use it much. And there's another combo I just pulled off right there. So far, I hope this information is helpful, so like no one would be able to get, so this way you know someone's hacking or cheating you out of a victory. Which to me is messed up, considering that people have to cheat to win the freaking video game. It's not like your life depends on it. That was another type of move that you can only do like doing a dash and a jump. With the X button you can hold in, and sometimes when you level up you can use your skill points to upgrade any of these. The blue ones are stuff that you don't really use, but they do all kinds of stuff for your character. Like this one right here allows me to charge up my particle shot. This one, with this ability, I can like he makes a portal where it can teleport anywhere at any time, which would be annoying if someone were to do that like multiple times in a player versus player match. That's the reason why when I use certain skills, I make it so I don't irritate the people I'm playing with. But then again, I'm more of an overpowered type guy, which leads me to this. You can enhance your weapons by going to a blacksmith, but by going to an alchemist, you can put certain abilities on your weapons, which is very helpful. Making this game really entertaining in a way, and also kind of irritating. And here's one ability that he gets. He can confuse an enemy, making them not understand what's going on. And there are some enemies in this game that can use all kinds of different types of attacks as well. And some enemies actually have their own magic power or magic points. Sorry. And there are some enemies that enter a rage type state when they get hit a lot. What I found like about that is his awakening mode lasts as long as you have what is called dynamo points. But when he's on mount, they don't really take effect that well. Well, I hope this video has helped you out.